Happy Friday. How's everyone doing? Look who I have. It's Johnny from Tarot's Apprentice, you guys. He came over to play for a while to help me answer some questions that have been bugging me, been on my mind. But first, Johnny, will you please tell everybody how many wonderful, fun things you've got coming up?
Well, tonight at 7:30 we'll be live on my channel. Sunday at 6 o'clock we'll be live on my channel. And then we'll be live on my channel again that same night at 8 o'clock. All of that Eastern time. So 7:30 tonight, Sunday, 6 o'clock, and 8 o'clock.
Tonight is non-political with Adrian and Sienna and Tony.
Yes. And then Sunday we'll do our soul chat and regular stuff on Sunday as well. And Lori will be there too.
Yay! Okay. All right. So I think cryptocurrency is a good place to start. It's sort of a disruptive innovation. I would like to know if we could do a reading to see if it's going to become more commonplace. I do see a little regulation coming for it, but I want to know if it's going to become more commonly used for our...
Yes, it is. And I got your notification, so at least it went out. I'm trying to share the stream right now.
Oh, okay.
We are live. There it goes. Okay. Go away, telephone.
And thank you, Jay. Jay's here to post the question. Now I'm hearing a little echo. Does anyone else hear an echo? Okay. Cryptocurrency, is it going to become more commonplace for our spending pleasure? Are you and I and the next door neighbors going to all be using crypto?
That'd be no for me. Cash and credit. That's about it. And who has cash anymore? So I got the same $10 bills I had since 1914 because I forget I have it because it goes in the wallet and, you know.
Really?
It's been in there forever. Now, Biden has instructed the Treasury Department to look into the stability of cryptocurrency and if it's something the U.S. as a government should invest in. So be interested to see what they come up with.
Boy, I can't wait to see what you've got.
It's going to be around for a little bit, but I don't think it's going to be the next big thing type thing. I get the Nine of Wands as the first card, and then I get the Hangman. So there will be some perspective changes on the durability of such a thing, like the staying power. Like, is this a fluke? Is this, like bell bottoms and high top fades? Is this just a trend for the season? And then in 10 years, it'll be, oh, remember that thing they were doing type of thing. There is going to be a lot of renewed interest in it as well. Because people are now starting more and more to accept it as a form of payment. Even companies online, you can pay with cryptocurrency. But it's, do what you want. It's your money. Okay. I ain't trying to tell you what to do. That's my rule. Don't tell me what to do. So I'm not going to tell you what to do. But this is something I would be a little more reserved about, a little more conservative. Don't rush in. This is not the thing to rush into. You do need a lot of details, and a lot of details, pardon the pun, are cryptic. And so it's one of those things. It's kind of like net neutrality, when that was a thing. And it's like, I don't understand these words you're saying. I understand English, just not in this order. So it's one of them type of things. I don't think it's I personally think it'll come and go and come and go and come and go. I do think it's a trend, but do what you want to do. But I wouldn't put more money than you. If you can tear it up or throw it away or burn it, invest it. If you can't afford to miss it, don't invest it.
That is really good advice. I'm still seeing that the devil's still playing with this. And I think there's going to be some more hijacking. And you know how when they take over companies and put a germ in their spyware, in their, what's that called? When they hack into their security system and take over, and then you have to pay money.
Oh, that you want to cry thing that they had out there, and that's what they called it. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So there's going to be some more of that, and Bitcoin's the only way you can pay to get your records back if you're that company when they hack you. So they hold it ransom. So I'm still seeing a big problem with this. Now, I don't know, maybe later, maybe further down the road, when they make it a little more safe, we need the little safe night, the little security guard there. All right, what about gold, Johnny? Is it good to invest in gold? Are we going to have a repeat with it? I'm already seeing coin men at the flea market. And, I love my flea market. I started out in the flea market. It was my first business. So I have to go there.
I love a flea market. It was like you were taking me to Disneyland every time we went to the flea market. Even as a kid, I was always excited. Oh, the flea market. Because there's all this stuff. And anyway.
There's treasures there.
Yes. I was a statue person, so I liked statues, and everybody had a statue. I was just like, yes,
wow.
I like a flea market.
Did you ever find something worth hidden value, like a real treasure that you found out was worth something later?
I mean, no, because I was a kid, so I never got to buy anything. I just got to go, which was enough for me. Because my mother was always looking; she collected porcelain dolls and other kind of knickknacks and paddywhacks. So that's what we would always go for. But it was just nice to walk around and look. Gold. I mean,
I have two friends. Remember not that long ago with the housing bust that, they were trying to tell us, turn in all your gold, get your money. It's where we'll buy your gold. They're popping up. Those signs are popping up all over the place. And I have two friends that I had dinner with last night that did just that again.
I think that will have a resurgence. This is my Earth card. Also, this could represent the gold in this situation. And something new is about to be birthed from this. So there is something new. There's a new action that will be taken for the community and like-minded people with the Ace of Wands and the Lover's card. So there is a resurgence there. But I think the value is not what you might anticipate. There could be some advantage taking.
No.
Because people may be on the verge of desperation or something of that nature. But if you don't know enough about something, then it's easy to be taken advantage of because you may not know the value of such a thing. You take it to a person who does, and they figure out you don't. Becomes a completely different thing. So just watch out for the shysters on that. But I think the desperation part is what's really setting in. Is some people are desperate, and then some others will be the ones they're drawn to. So, but it's still, it's always going to be solid because it's always, no matter what's going on in the world, going to be worth something.
Yep, always. I'm getting it's that coin, their coins worth some money. Or that gold, that nugget, that coin or that nugget. Don't buy the crazy coins. Don't buy a Trump coin, for God's sake.
I think that's worth a packet of bubble gum or something. That's about it.
Oh my gosh.
The ABC gum, as we used to call it back in the day. ABC stands for already been chewed. So that's what it's worth.
Ew.
All the sugar and flavor is sucked right out of it, and that's what it's
worth. Ew. Oh no. Okay. All right, speaking about the economy then, what about the rest of 2022, the economy as a whole? Is everybody going to be able to I've asked I asked you, I know I asked you before. We're seeing some issues with, we can't figure out what the issues are, if they're environmental, or we're going to get to that question next. But what about the economy for general people like you and I? How are we going to do for the rest of 2022? What do you see?
Well, it starts off good. So, I mean, happy tears so far.
Happy tears?
Tears of joy type thing.
Oh, okay.
Like everything is okay. So it starts off good. The Knight of Pentacles and the Page of Wands. Knight of Pentacles, however, is slow. He is not a person that does things fast. The horse is not in motion. He is assessing his situation, the playing field, that type of thing. There is some ambition, though, with the Page of Wands. So people are, thank goodness, somebody out there in the White House administration or somebody's at work, at least. Somebody clocked in this morning. Somebody is looking at it, and they may not know everything, but at least they are doing something. So there is some ambition. There is some work and some planning that is being done. This is not an overnight fix, though. The Two of Pentacles and the Nine of Cups. I think the extra income, so the things like the Black Fridays and the Memorial Day sales and those type of things, those are not going to peak with the best of numbers. And it's because of the, what do you call it? It's not the extra income. It's a term for it. That's like the expendable cash or whatever they call it. Something like that extra money that you would have for frivolous things. That is a little tied up right now, as far as a whole goes. But again, there are people who are doing things, Chariot, Emperor, Hierophant. There are people who are doing things that are trying to stick to traditions. Bill Clinton said it. Disposable income. Thank you. Bill Clinton said it best, that this does not take a rocket science. This does take a calculator. So people just need to mind your P's and Q's, that type of thing. Your word of warning is good luck and fortune, but also time. This is a time thing. So over the year, it will go up and down. You're going to see less travel in the summer and less travel in the winter. Less disposable income, but the job numbers are going to go up a little bit. The problem is the minimum wage did not. That part did not go up. But I got the justice in the end. Things will balance. Things will be fair in the end. But it's still on shaky ground.
But where did that tower fall, Johnny?
The tower comes in in this spread, it comes in the hopes, actually.
Okay.
And there is something that needs to break. There's something that needs to be exposed. There's something that needs to be wiped away. And it is more than likely has something to do with regulations or spending habits. Like I said, it needs a calculator, not a rocket science. So this is Just one of them things to where we need responsible people in charge to make things better. But right now, that's the thing, shaky ground.
Okay.
So
Lucky Girl wants to know. She said, tell it to me straight. Is she going to put her money under her mattress, or she has to give up no more Captain Crunch for her?
So here's the thing, though. If you ever put money under your mattress, don't ever have a house fire. Because how do you
don't smoke in bed.
It's like, oh, you run out, you save the animals and the kids or something, and then you like, oh crap, my whole bank account is under that mattress, and then you go back in and you just got dust. So it's like, stick to the plastic, friend.
Okay. Oh my gosh.
Just be responsible is what I'm saying. It's still on shaky ground, but some things just need to be wiped away. 2023 has a better trajectory, I think, than that.
Thank you, Miss Catherine. Well, you also had the lottery wheel there.
Yes, that's in the warning position, though.
Is that warning me? Don't pass up getting your ticket, Lori?
Just be a little more methodical, is all.
Methodical about choosing the same number?
No.
Okay, so I get I get the grifters are grifting. That's just happening right now, and they're grifting so bad and so big. But I do get help from the government and the people that can turn this around. So and the wheel goes up, and then the wheel goes down, and then we have some uncertainty again. So I think we're getting the same thing. It's a few different cards there, but getting the same thing. So use your calculator and you do your budget, right?
Yes, and just be responsible.
Lucky Girl, no more hot sex on the bed.
Now, if you in your bed and you doing something that much to where you cause a fire, stop it. Stop it immediately. Because I guarantee you somebody singed and the other person's dead. So stop it.
She's making sparks over there. Okay. All right. So now, since we're talking about safety, what about travel I'm getting some wonky cards for some travel, like the first 2 weeks of May may not be as great as the last. But what about for like the month of May? Can we just do travel for the month of May? Or do you want to do for the next 2 months? Is it safe to travel for the next 2 months? What do you want to do?
I'm just going to tell me about travel. Let's see what the cards want to say.
Okay.
I felt compelled to use the Rider-Waite since that's what you use. So. But these are sticking together now. So take care of yourself. I know they're doing a lot of doing away with the mask requirements. Take care of yourself, though. But you can stick to your plans if you wanted to go see family or something like that. Spring break graduation is also here or coming next month. So if you want to go see family, you can do that. Just, of course, be safe. Take your precautions. Stay away from dirty people, etc., etc. The Magician and the Hermit, though, investigate and look and see, find out who is doing what and who. Because, like, for instance, when I flew here, I flew on a plane that had no person in the middle seat type thing because we were still in the height of COVID at the time. So if that's something that concerns you, just look into it, do your investigations. There's also something coming about, it's going to be a good time to travel, but again, just do your personal investigations. I get the Hangman, the Devil in the Tower, though, for our environmental factors. So not that it's dangerous to travel right now, but if it's not necessary, then just stay home. If it's not necessary, because not that disaster is coming or anything like that. I don't you to be afraid to travel. But everybody doesn't share the same perspective. And don't go anywhere and be emotion driven and people punching and kicking on planes and screaming at each other, and you don't have a mask, oh, you have one. And don't get into all that business. Use your intelligence, use your logic, and you'll be fine.
Okay, there you have it from Johnny. Make room for me, Joe Schmo. He's going to go traveling in his Class A RV. I don't know where that went, that post went. I get there's going to be some computer failures. I don't know if Putin is going to computer hack. I just think there's some things scientists or computer scientists are going to have to like figure out. This is my computer card. When you hold your phone in your hand, you can, it's the whole, and there's like the magician going, woo, I'm going to mess this up for everybody. And then after, then we're okay. But I don't know. And I'm with the mask thing too. All right. So
I think you're right, though. I was trying to be positive.
yeah.
Like the magician, the devil, and the tower, those are not good signs. I mean, but just do your, like the hermit says, do your investigations. Also search, look at everything, look at all your possibilities. Don't react to what's going on. Figure out what it is and search for options.
Right. And did you notice that you've gotten the tower quite a few times?
I did notice
it. Is that because you're on my channel?
That's because, as I say with the devil doesn't lie. It pops up for a reason. The tower has something to say today.
Okay. So that's a good segue to the next question. So what do you see is being the biggest problem for the United States in the rest of 2022? Since the tower keeps coming up.
So say the question one more time.
Okay, so what do you see the biggest problem for the United States is in 2022, since the tower keeps coming up? We've asked about economy. Is there another variant? What do you see?
I guess the problem. I think it's a combination. Biggest problem, I don't think there's a winner. I think they're running neck and neck. The economy first thing, again, be conservative. Search for your options. Do what you know to do. Before you buy another tarot deck, Tarot's Apprentice, look and see if you really need it or you don't. And what else can you do with that $20? Maybe you can just sit on it and keep it, because it might rain tomorrow, whatever the case may be, metaphor as it is. But there's also still some surprises and conflicts and things of that nature. Vladimir Putin is still off the leash, and so you still have to deal with the immaturity and the childishness of that. There's also going to be some, what words can you use? Projectiles and things of that nature. So you have to, it's a threat, mind you. It's not a actuality, it's a threat. And so there's that type of thing, because it's in this all in the same line. So it's a threat. It's not realized, but at the same time, you can't treat it like it's not. But the job numbers and the economy is not. It's on a slow growth, and unfortunately, what happened is Obama gave us growth, and then Trump stunted it, and then Biden is trying to resurge it, but it's not happening fast enough, and so it's his fault now because he's in the chair. And so then people are saying, oh, look, his economy's not doing well. Well, it would have been if we didn't have that little asterisk in time. But that's what I think is the problem. It's conflict in money.
Conflict in money. Okay. All right. So.
Interestingly enough, though, I got no environment cards at all, even though that's still a pressing issue, but I didn't get any.
Okay. Where are we? 426. So let me ask a couple of environment questions. I'm seeing the instability and the flux with the money. That's what I'm seeing, just like you did. The flux with the money, the up, down, the up, down, up, down, up, down. And we're not going to have that instant gratification purchases as much, Hi, Tony from Shining Hawks here. And environmental changes, but I'm still getting money mostly here. What about the deforestation? I can't say it right. Deforestation. Deforesting is becoming such a huge problem. How do we want to ask this? How big of a problem are we going to have with the environment for the rest of the year? And there's some places that really need water, like here in Florida, but I want to ask that question next. But first, how big are the environment issues?
I think the problem with environment just as a whole is there are people who want to do things. There's not enough people who want to do things, which I got that too. And there are people who want to do things, and they also don't have the reach that the federal government could have, or something of that nature. I do see a problem going from the South Texas up the center of the country, though. So there might be some sort of storm that moves through like that. It may start in the Gulf type thing, and then, of course, there's no hurricane in the middle, so it weakens, but it's still wind and rain. There's something going up the middle. It's going to cause a transformation, though. So it's almost like something may happen to where it changes the geography of something. Right in the middle, and that's Oklahoma, Kansas, and the Dakotas type thing, right in there.
Wow.
Page of Pentacles and the Empress. There's also, again, there's some good efforts, some really great efforts actually, for planting and things of that nature. It's just not enough people. Well, not for my in particular liking, I should say. The 10 of Cups, 7 of Pentacles, the deforestation thing has no end in sight. So with the moon, there is no real clear. Well, there's a clear solution. Stop doing it, but supply and demand over, the trees. Because mind you, there was an article a long time ago. What do they call it? The trans fat, the high saturated fats and things of that nature that come from like the high fructose corn syrups and whatever else they were putting in there. They replaced it with palm oil, and palm oil comes from the Amazon and all of these places. And so you wipe those trees out in order to create the palm oil. Now you can create products with no saturated fat. And so the more of that's consumed, the more trees you have to cut down, the more land you have to clear out, that type of thing. So that's why there's no real end in sight, because this is also tied to money and profits in people who are a little more miserly. They would rather keep than accept the reality that everything doesn't have to be for profit. You don't have to sell everything. You sell the land you stand on, where do you stand, type thing. But there will be some good news. Some things will be done. There's something about air quality improving in a really major place, but it's small. So it's like a Rhode Island up that type of way. Not that they have bad air, but there's something about the quality of something improving in like a small place, not like a New York, but like a small place. So that's what I get though.
Okay. Yep. I think people are going to work together, but it's the bad people have just really made it that just don't care. They just haven't given a flying flip, and it's really causing anxiety. And but we will work together to start some new water saving programs, and we're going to make it happen. Okay, speaking of water, where's that question? Maggie G asked, will there be any significant rainfall for Strawberry Pine Top, Arizona area soon?
I mean, it's going to rain next 7 days, but significant is relative because, you're not in the wetlands. It's, let's see.
Maybe that storm that's going to go up from Texas through Oklahoma. Maybe there's Oklahoma. I can't. Oklahoma just approved in a 6-week abortion ban. Okay, we're going there next.
Significant. No, it's going to rain. So I do get there is some improvement, some action, something will be moving forward with the Knight of Wands, but the moon is also here. So there is still something very unclear about it. The direction of the storm may change, or not storm, but at least precipitation may change. The output may change. They always used to make fun back in the day when I was in meteorology class. They used to make fun and say, this is the one job where you can be always wrong and still have a job. It's the weather.
I didn't know you took classes for that.
I did. It was forced, but it was fun. But it's going to sort of return back to a state of dryness, quite honestly. That's what I get, though.
Yeah, and I feel like someone is taking water from the reservoir there. There's a stealer here. There's a group.
Okay.
Did you get that?
Mm-hmm.
Somebody's doing something bad there. They're funneling water to someone else that's getting paid some big bucks to take their water. They're going to get some, but then they're left not having enough. So I'm a little concerned about that area, and that you got a thief going on there, Maggie G.
Because I thought, okay, I didn't say that because I thought it didn't make no sense. Because I'm asking about rainfall, but I get the King of Wands and the Three of Pentacles. It's like there's some sort of thing to where water's being extracted somehow. Something like that. Just gloss over it and keep going. Okay.
Okay, so Oklahoma just passed a 6-week abortion ban. And they just passed some of the most strict teaching rules and some other rules within the last 6 months. I want to know if all the women are just going to get up and leave Oklahoma. I'm serious. Are women just going to get up? Are the teachers and the nurses and the everybody's and the single women, are they just going to get up and leave Oklahoma?
So unfortunately, because that's where I was born and I lived for 810 years. And the problem with Oklahoma and Oklahoma women in general is, and ain't nothing wrong. Well, in this case, maybe, is they tend to be a little more stand by your man, religious minded. Not religious minded as in they love the Lord, and that's a good thing. Religious minded as in they're submissive to what the leadership says, and they believe leadership should be men. And you know, you have a whole history book of how that's a bad idea. So, you know, they tend to be. I'm trying not to say brainwashed, but I can't.
We love our Oklahoma people. My sister-in-law's from there. Her whole family's in Tulsa.
Oklahoma has, though, I will say this now, mind you, Oklahoma has some of the friendliest people I've ever met in my entire life. No matter what state I was in, you're not going to trump an Oklahoma friendliness. Here, you walk towards a person, they're looking at the ground, they ain't going to look at you for no reason, you know. Oklahoma, they will darn near jump in your pocket to tell you hi, but it's a good place to be, you know, for friendship and family and all, because they're good people. It's just they're very, very religious. There's a church on every corner, and that is not an exaggeration. And so it's that type of mentality that they're okay with what he's doing by the majority, even. I mean, because not everybody, of course, that's a generalization, but the majority, they voted him in. They're okay with that type of stuff. But the high priestess and the judgment. Now, what I look about this, the high priestess is a person who sort of defied the patriarchy in a way, because the pomegranates were like the forbidden fruit. The things she was not supposed to eat, because then she would get the knowledge about life and death and that type of thing. But she did it anyway because she wanted the information. She's modeled after Persephone, right? And Mother Mary and all these types. So she defied the odds. She stood up to the patriarchy type thing. What needs to happen is, and I say this is for every state, you have to invigorate the female base to be on your side, basically, because that's where your voters and things are going to come from. So not to men bash, but emperor and the devil. These are the leaderships, the people in charge. This is that patriarchy, and then this is the devil. So pops up for a reason. I do get the sun and the hangman. They're not going to leave, but some perspectives are going to change, because the things that they're doing are going to seem suppressive and harmful. And it's kind of like, okay, when you get sick and tired of being sick and tired, then you do something about it. And so there will be some new leadership. Now, it'll still be a man, but there will be some new leadership going forward. I don't know when Stitt is up for re-election, but if he is at all. But he might want to watch out on what it is he's doing and the ignored populace. But they're going to stay.
Okay.
Right back.
All right. I do think there's going to be change. I think that the littles and the middles are going to make some changes. They're not going to stand for all this nonsense. I think there's going to be a lot of changes. And I do. So we'll leave it there. Okay.
Thank you, Prairie.
Thank you, Miss Prairie. That was very kind. Okay. Ken wanted to know if Beto O'Rourke is going to. Did I say his name right? Beto O'Rourke is going to successfully win governor of Texas.
So I'm going to ask, what is his chances instead of
Okay. What
Crystal
are his
ball.
chances?
Actually, you know what? We'll take a shot in the dark. Crystal ball time.
Okay.
Is he going to win?
I'm getting. He's having problems. I hope it comes out good today.
Is Beto going to win the governorship? They need some. Do what you want. Vote for whoever you want to vote for, but they need him like yesterday. Abbott is horrible.
He's coming up against some really big opposition. He's just not having the greatest time right this second.
First card. I mean, yes. Be optimistic.
Okay, let's be optimistic. I think Biden's going to go down there and help.
That's what he needs some reinvigoration too. Yeah.
What were the cards you were holding up? I'm sorry.
So the devil and the Four of Wands. So whoever's in there now, Abbott, there's his main challenge, because there will be some stuff done in the dark type of thing and off the radar. But
not in Texas.
Yeah. He's got to fight, though. He's got to fight back. He has to make this a daily thing. I know he's got oil money, so I'm not worried about his campaign getting money. What I'm worried about is controlling the narrative. And so Republicans do that better than anybody because they all do it together. Democrats, one is over here talking about healthcare, the other one here is talking about, whatever else. And so they need to get on the same page in these type of situations and not just call in the star players and the Obamas and all that stuff. Hey, come do a speech for me. Be on the same page, everybody, because this is a state you need to turn. And so don't just call Obama, call Biden, call Gio, call Michelle, call the cheering and the baby cheering, call everybody on stage. But don't go up there and, Beto is the greatest thing ever. Go up there and remind them that Ted Cruz left you to freeze. Hot Wheels stopped all of your shipments from coming in. He didn't do anything about your infrastructure, so you still might freeze. And so these are the things you have to remind people of Texas, that you're still in a horrible position when it comes to leadership. And so this is my last card. This is the outcome. So it looks like he just needs to have a plan, be methodical about it, measure twice, cut once type of thing, and you'll get there. But you do need a plan of attack and not just defense.
Okay, good. I like that. I think it's looking up for him. Woohoo! Okay, that was good. You had to get your crystal ball shoes on. And Becca's in the house. Hi, Miss Becca.
Hi, Lenormand.
Hi, Lenormand. Okay, I want to ask, okay, so these are some very serious questions. I want to know, why won't the Chinese purchase and administer the mRNA vaccines that we make? Why? What's happening there? Why won't they do that? Do they know something that we don't know and they won't give it to their people? I'm just kidding. No. Why won't they do it?
Let's see. I get leadership and greed is the first two cards.
Okay, there you go.
And strength and money, and a person and fortune. This maybe is like we need to make our own so we can make our own money instead of getting it from anywhere else. Like if it comes from us, we show strength. If it comes from somebody else, we had to get something from somebody else. Type thing. I don't know.
Well, are they going to? Are they going to make an MRNA? Are they going to get control of this situation? That's what I want to know next. I know they're controlling the people, but are they going to, the people of China, are they going to get help?
Let me get control.
They're doing it in Shanghai and the other big city. And I just heard really big thunder, just to let you know, in case we get a bolt of lightning comes flashing by.
Got Zeus and Thor in your living room.
Yeah, right.
No. No. And no.
Thanks,
No.
Joanne. No, they're not.
I got the Judgment and the Ten of Swords. Judgment is not there. There might be some ego involved here. I didn't get the devil, but I'm still going to say there might be some ego involved here because this is a bad plan, period. It was a bad plan from the start. It's not going to work out. You know it was not. There is a show of something that you're trying to show. And it's leading, it's bad judgment. It's leading to a very bad thing. And there might be a resurgence of some sort. This is resurrection. Something comes back. No. Wow.
Wow. All right. I get a no too. So, thanks, Square Peg. Okay. Wow, time went by so fast, Johnny. Can we take a look? I got really bad cards on Poland before, like a couple months ago. So I'd like to ask if Poland is going to be okay. I know their schools are overloaded. They've been taking in all of the Ukraine citizens, and also now, Russia's said you can't have your gas and whatever. Let's just check in to see if Poland's going to be okay. Thanks, Ms. Cold Toes. Thanks, JL.
Well, I was shuffling. The star flipped out, so
good.
It's a good thing. It's Poland going to be all right. 7 of Wands. Okay. Only pulled 6 though. I get yes.
Okay, good. Me too.
I get 3 aces actually too.
All right, good. What about Romania? I want to ask about Romania real quick, and then I want to ask about the other Baltic states because NATO planes had to scramble today. So this is Romania. I don't like that face.
They're going to have to accept something in order to be okay with the 4 of Cups and the 10 of Swords. Again, there might be something that started off bad and went from bad to worse, but it's also something that's being ignored. There's an underlying type thing that needs to be addressed first. So I don't know if it's just security or national security or intelligence that they might have or something that they're not sharing. There might be something they're not sharing or something that they are just going to start sharing once things get bad. But here's always the thing. Don't let things get worse. If something is bad now, search for the options and do something about it. So there does need to be some communication, some messages sent back and forth with Biden, basically. He's the leader of the team, apparently. So there's just something they need to pay attention to.
Okay, all right. So I got a bit of a warning for Romania as well. What about the Baltic states? Are they going to be okay? The rest of the Baltic states. Throw them all in there. I can see it's like there's a dark curtain coming down across the front. big ass black cloud coming down.
Okay is relative. They're going to be fine as far as war goes. With my Knight of Wands is my aggression card. That's also my war military type card. The Six of Pentacles as well. What they're lacking is resources of some sort. I get the burden with the Ten of Wands, Page of Pentacles, Four of Pentacles, Five of Pentacles. There's some sort of resources or maybe some sort of supply chain that is disrupted, but it causes more of a disruption than was anticipated. It's not insurmountable. It just needs re-strategizing is all. Because these, as you see with the 10 wands, you can carry them. You just need to do it differently. And so it's a perspective thing. There will still have some supply chain shortages and things like that. They just need to reevaluate.
Okay. Who did that last super chat?
Thank you, Jill.
Thank you, Jill. All right. There goes the big thunder.
You get JL and cold toes too.
I got cold toes and jail.
Okay.
Thank you. But thank you. All right. So, yes, he did yes, Becca, he did shut down their gas resources. Okay. So, Maggie G asked, Donna H asked, what does Victory Day, May 9th, look like for Putin? It's supposed to be the day for victory. Is he going to have anything to celebrate? How's it look for him? May 9th. JL, COVID's going to continue to morph until we get all the countries and everybody, every single body vaccinated. I'm going to ask about another variant, but I want to see what Johnny gets about May 9th for Poodsteve.
Well, I get two. Wow, okay. I get two victory cards first. So there's the Chariot and the Ace of Swords, both being victory.
Is he going to have a parade?
I didn't get the Six of Swords or Six of Wands. But the Nine of Wands says this comes after a long battle type thing, battle weary, battle worn with the Nine of Wands. This is not a quick thing. It's not over in 10 days. There is something he can boast about, and it has something to do with resources in America with the Biden administration. So I don't know if he, mind you, all of this is an environment. All of this is propaganda. So whatever victory that he is claiming, this is the last card. Whatever victory he is claiming, he is making it up. So he hasn't overthrown Ukraine and all this. No, he didn't find Santa and all this and take all his toys. This is propaganda. He will claim himself the victor, which, okay.
Becca says maybe he'll get eaten by a bear on May 9th.
Yogi and Smokey at the same time.
I think he's going to try to, I asked this question because she actually asked this question and I did it on my last reading on Tuesday. But I think he is going to have some sort of party and I do think he's going to pass out prizes. He's going to pass out prizes, I swear. And then, he might do it Florida Key style. He might show his boobies and throw beads.
Well, if you play stupid games, you do win stupid prizes. So that would be one.
I just think he wants to be the star. And he's going to do something really like tossing beads or tossing candy to children.
Grandiose. Yeah.
Okay. Another variant. Okay. A lot of people are coming up positive. My crystal friend Tammy Oh, that reminds me, you guys, the eclipse is tomorrow. So put out your crystals, cleanse your crystals, charge them, do whatever you need to do. Get them out in the air. Okay. My crystal friend Tammy, she had Delta. She got one vaccine. Then she got Delta 2 weeks later. And then she was okay for a while. And then she just got Omicron like 2 weeks ago. Thank you, Foggy. It's going around.
Another variant.
Another variant. Another problem.
Six, that's June. So yeah, there will be. You'll hear more about it in the summer, which 2 months or 1 month, however you want to say it. So around June, you'll hear about another one. It will, forewarned is forearmed. This will cause panic in the community because of the variant. For whatever reason, it causes panic. Maybe it's the way it's transmitted, that type of thing, where it's just touching through the air or whatever, because that's what people are most afraid of, is catching something through the air. Mind you, mask also protects you from the cold and the flu too, so they're not a bad thing to just wear, period, if you can stand it. So but there's no substitute for get your shot and all that good stuff that you're supposed to do. Be responsible if you can, but there is something that will cause some panic, yes.
Okay, I definitely get there's a problem. This could almost be like a breakthrough, or but it comes out we're okay. We're okay in the end. And even though they have that pill, people are not going to take it. There's people that are still going to go try to get ivermectin. I swear to God, they're not going to take it. They are not going to take it. They're going to fight it. But I think we're okay in the end here. Okay. But we have to be philanthropic. We've got to help other people get it. You know, get all the vaccines. Okay. Was there any other really big question I wanted to ask you? Oh, student loan. Will Biden pass it? Student debt relief. Student loan debt relief. Will he pass it?
Yes and no. There will be something here, Justice and Star. There will be something. I get a lot of something about exposure, though, because both of these cards are exposure. And then there's the moon. So something is not completely understood, or something is not straightforward. It's almost like, we're forgiving loans A through Z, and if you live in this state and that state, and then A through B if you live in this state. And that. So it's not a blanket. I don't know if it's like you have a certain type of loan and there's initials that go with your loan and you need to look at which one you have. It's like it's convoluted.
Oh, no.
But there is going to be some exposure on it. There is the leadership here. So something is being done, but it's not what it seems. It's not complete. So I don't know if it helps everybody.
I think it will be helpful with some, and you're right. There's going to be some that are still looking for relief and they feel mad. So I'm not sure. I don't know. Maybe they're going to skip letters of the alphabet if your last name starts with that. It's going to be a little bit of a problem. Okay, what is the best thing that you can tell people for this eclipse weekend? And that it's a new moon eclipse and people could be a little pushy, so try to go with the flow instead of forcing an issue. Or what are you getting for that's astrologically?
So people are a little on edge. Be kind. Don't cut in the line. You'll get there eventually. Don't respond to unkindness. Especially don't respond to unkindness with equal or worse unkindness. Just let it go. When you think about it, I always say to people, at the end of your life, they won't be there to get you into heaven or to keep you out of hell. So that little moment in time probably doesn't matter all that much. I'm going to go with that. Yeah. I got restrict thyself. That way you don't kill nobody and end up in jail behind bars. just relax, relate, release type thing. Do what you came to do, whatever it is. If you go to work and there's all day, back in the day, they used to say it's always one person at work you want to slap. Don't this time. Go to work, do your job, clock in, clock out. You're not there to make friends. You're there to make money. So go do what you have to do and then go home that way. Just think of all the things you can do with bail money. So just, I mean, you know, don't waste your money on bail.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Be careful with your emotions. That's what I'm getting to. Try to stay, don't go all bipolar-y on people. Try to keep it in check. All right. So, Johnie, are you doing personal readings or?
Yes.
You are. Okay. So, can you tell people how to get a hold of you?
No.
Why?
Tarot's Apprentice at gmail.com.
Oh, we got a troll.
I see. I got you.
Thanks.
Oh, lucky girl got it too. Yes, Tarot's Apprentice at gmail.com. And
okay.
we'll go from there.
All right. And if you guys want to do a reading with me, you can go to thewayofpositivechange.com and just pick your day, pick your time.
Not to put you on the spot, but are you doing classes?
I am. I haven't picked a day yet.
Okay.
But thanks. I will announce it. I'm getting closer. All right. And tonight you're on your channel at 7:30, you said?
7:30. And then Sunday at 6 and 8.
All right. All right. We'll see you over there. Maybe you can go get you some dinner.
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks for
what was our
me.
funny question? You had a funny question. What was our
Oh my gosh. Okay. Are we sure we're going to do this? Okay. All right. So I have to, this is a very funny question, but I'm very serious. Okay. A couple of months
ago. It's a very funny question, but I'm very serious.
Okay. So the weirdest thing, okay, I have lived in Florida since 1976. Okay. So I think I've seen every type of bug that I could ever see in my entire life in this arena. A couple months ago, I was out on lawn chair in my backyard, and I had an encounter with a weird humming. I'm going to just call it like a hummingbird bug with a blue face. All right. And it was only like, it was so little. It was the weirdest thing. And it flew in different directions, kind of like it was like in a Merkaba or something, you know, a Merkaba. So it would go up, down like a hummingbird. It could go, and it had this blue face. Okay. I saw it one other time. And then today when I was walking on the beach, I finished my 4 miles and I started to do a stretch and I put my hands up in the air and there was another one and it had a yellow face. I swear. And I want to know, are these sprites? They're not normal bugs, okay? They're not normal bugs. I want to know what they are. Are they sprites? Are they ETs? What are they? Are ETs putting little hummingbird bug lures down in my area? What are they doing?
Or was it a bug?
I want to know what it is. What they are.
Let's see.
They're strange.
Hummingbird moth Pokemon.
I wouldn't ask if they weren't so strange.
They are natural. I got the Page of Pentacles.
Unnaturally cheap.
They are natural. They are also aggressive. They like to get close. Well, of course, you figured that out already, didn't you? Because I get my aggressions, so they are aggressive. They go out to forge to bring back to whatever they are. So I'm gonna say it's natural and not spiritual, because I didn't get any cups nor any spiritual related cards.
Okay.
But they're drawn to you for some reason.
Are they
Because you spend too much time outside. That's what that
okay. Well, all right. I don't know what this is. They're just trying to bother me.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Okay. They were really cute. They just were really weird. Okay. That was my funny question. I didn't know if they were like ETs from another planet and could fly in all these different directions. I mean, that was really strange.
They were gross. That's what it was.
They weren't. They were kind of cute.
Mm-mm. I like bugs of any kind. Ladybug is different. That's my spirit animal, but the rest of the birds go right to hell. I don't like even butterflies. I know all that stuff can go to hell and stay there. I don't like it.
Oh my gosh, I raise monarchs. All right. Okay, you better go get you some dinner, and we'll see you over on your channel at 7:30 Eastern. Thanks so much for helping me solve the problems and the questions and what's going to happen with the economy and everything else.
Yes. Watch
Thanks
this
so
space.
much. All right. Love you guys. See you later.